I hadn't felt anything like that in years, like years.
And what were you feeling? What was that feeling? How would you describe it?
Energy, a joy, a feeling of power in the room, that people felt like we could do something good, you know?
And Nora, what does Avi Lewis stand for? What are his kind of main policies?
Well, I think the thing about his policies, they are not socialist. We have to be clear. Like, he's not calling for socialism. And a lot of the policies are things that the party does already support. You know, like electrified buses is not a radical call. That's like in Europe, like a conservative call, right? What his power is to translate this into something that average people can care about, because he has been talking about the housing crisis and the financialization that is destroying all of us, and public groceries and things that are not radical objectively, but are radical in the sense of we have a banker as a prime minister and it couldn't be further away from where he's at. I think when you listen to the politics, they're not that different. Really, they're not that different. I can't tell you like Avi was for this and Heather was for this and they are diametrically opposed. But it was the movement around it to say, but we also want to take power back to make this into not just an electoral machine, but that connects with social movements. And I think that was a special sauce that was really necessary.
The other thing I think, just to come off of that, is that people always look at leadership races as differences in policy, but that's not really what it's ever about.
No.
It's never about that, right? And it's also not why people vote. They don't vote for policies. They vote for a feeling. Like, this is a weakness of the left. It's too intellectual. They don't understand the feeling. You know, I decided, Avi convinced me to support him when I was very hesitant because I fed up with the effing NDP, okay? After all these years. But the first time I decided I'd really put some energy into it was a kickoff, because I could feel the energy in the room that night. I hadn't felt anything like that in years, like years.
And what were you feeling? What was that feeling? How would you describe it?
Energy, a joy, a feeling of power in the room, that people felt like we could do something good, you know?
If I can add, I mean, you know, Adrian, you started by saying like that I've covered this race very closely. I think that the reason why the interviews that I did with the candidates, they really made an impact on people was because I refused to ask them about policy. Because there's a policy booklet, everyone agrees, capitalism is bad. However, the issue is the how. How are you going to do this? And that also, of course, is the biggest question going on now. How are you going to win? That question is answered. Now, how are you going to actually do this is the giant question that comes next.